What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel Elite Collection, then, now, forever, Bam Bam Bigelow. Now here we do have Bam Bam Bigelow in the packaging. He does include a breakaway table, and we do have Bam Bam right here in the packaging. On the side, really nice artwork of Bam Bam. Some more right here. And he is part of the Then, Now, and Forever line. Celebrate superstars from the past and present, Bam Bam Bigelow and Kevin Owens. These two larger-than-life men are all about surprises. Kevin Owens, like Bam Bam Bigelow before him, is deceptively fast and agile, performing moves off the top rope. Even men half their size won't attempt. These two superstars have left many opponents stunned. Other figures of the Then, Now, and Forever line include The Rock, Rusev, and Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze. With that all said and out of the way, let's get Bam Bam out of the packaging and we'll continue his review. So sit tight, everyone. And here we have Bam Bam Bigelow posed and out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure, he does come with one accessory, this table. I don't know how I feel about this table. I normally do like tables that come with figures, but it's a black table. Not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just that it's strange that they would actually make a black table. Maybe you can use this for contract signings, I don't know. But it's a nice accessory. It's just like all the other tables, it does break if you put a figure with enough force through it, and you can see that it breaks. This one, I didn't have to break in. This is straight out of the packaging, so really nice that it breaks straight out of the packaging properly rather than me having to force it to break. I do like that, so that's the way all tables should be. But anyway, here we have Bam Bam Bigelow, and I'm going to say this, nice figure. I do like this Bam Bam. Kind of wish I had the Legends Bam Bam, but at the time that the Legends came out, I wasn't collecting WWE figures, and I kind of regret that now. But still a really iconic attire. Bam Bam was known for the flames. He doesn't have the BBB on his attire, which is a little... I can live without it. But really nice figure. There are paint issues with him, don't get me wrong. Being how he's molded in mostly black plastic, there's bound to be paint issues with the red and yellow, and we'll get more into that in a little bit. But really nice figure. I do have some excess plastic right here on the knee. And it kind of looks like there's a gap right here in his thigh, but it's not too noticeable from a distance. Let's actually go off to his details right now. And look at that, a mug that only a mother could love. Really nice likeness of Bam Bam, although I think, you know, maybe a face that wasn't all scrunched together would look better, but that's just my opinion. He does have the flame tattoos, as Bam Bam was known for, all on his head. We do get some tattoos on his arms, underneath his sleeves. Really glad that they actually went the extra mile and put some tattoos, even though the sleeve comes down. And as you can see, there's some red paint on mine, on his elbows. That's not part of his tattoo. That's excess red paint. Now, going on to what I think is the biggest flaw of the figure is the paint job. There are parts where the yellow and red are kind of thin. Let's actually find an area. Like right here, you can see the yellows don't quite match up there. It's really thin right here. I'm not sure if the camera's actually showing that off too well, but in person it's really noticeable. Yeah, on camera it looks just fine, but in person it is noticeable. And then we get down to his legs, which are molded in yellow plastic, so that's actually surprising. And then we get his boots. So overall, really nice figure. He is a beefier figure, which I do like. Bam Bam was no small guy. Was his moonsault the best? No. I think Vader had a much better moonsault than Bam Bam, but that's just my opinion. I'm going to say he does kind of have the same issues that Vader had. He is using the same body mold that Vader used. So he does share some of those issues with the feet. Like, really stiff ankles, and as much as I like stiff ankles, I kind of feel like I'm going to break this peg right here, and I don't ever want to feel that way when messing with a figure. You saw how tight that joint is, and I feel like pushing down on this too much is going to break the peg holding the foot to the ankle, so I'm not going to try to force it. Another thing is that his shoulders do give some resistance. It's been that way with every then, now, and forever figure that I've messed with. Their shoulders seem to be really stiff. Might be a universal issue. Let me know down in the comments if yours are just like that or if it's just mine. Moving on to Bam Bam's articulation, he does have a bulging head. He can look up really well, down pretty good. He does tilt side to side, which is surprising considering he has such a big head sculpt. Arms, like I said, on a ball joint, but they're stiff. I'm actually scared that I might break this over time, so I might hit this with a hair gun or a hair dryer to loosen that up a little bit, because that is really scary because it just snaps back down. But anyway, arms, or bicep swivel, elbow bend, wrist swivel, as well as bends at the wrist. He does have a really nice ab crunch for a bigger guy. Swivels at the waist, legs go forward, back, and out pretty far. So that's really good that you can actually get him to do the split. He swivels at the thigh, double jointed in the knee. The upper joint seems a little, the upper joint is definitely stiffer than the lower joint, and it's the same on this leg. Has a boot swivel, and we saw earlier, there we go. He does have an ankle joint, but it's really stiff. Definitely gonna have to hit that with a hair dryer. And he does have ankle pivot. So that's Bam Bam Bigelow for you. What I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts, then we'll wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Bam Bam Bigelow posed for my final thoughts. Overall, really nice figure. Do be aware of when you're picking this guy out that you are going to have to probably go through the entire bunch to get a paint job that you are okay with. I found some where the line right here was perfectly clean, but there was just so much red and yellow throughout the torso that I had to pass it. I finally settled on this one because this was the only one left. I actually found the whole wave, waited one night, and then when I went back, they were practically sold out, and I was lucky enough to be able to get all 4 figures. If you're looking for the Then, Now, and Forever line, you are going to have to go to Walmart to pick them up. They are exclusive to Walmart, and I know that there's 4 basic figures and 3 battle packs, which I have yet to have a look at. I might pick up the Sting Warrior one, and that's a maybe. But anyway, if you can find these guys in stores, I really do recommend them, especially Bam Bam Bigelow. If you were unfortunate and missed out on his first release, this is actually a really nice addition to your collection. He doesn't come with everything that the original Bam Bam came with, but he's still a really solid figure. This is kind of what he wore in ECW, which I finally understand the black table. It's an ECW table. If you can find these guys, definitely pick them up. They're worth adding to your collection, especially if you're a WWE fan like myself. You're going to want Bam Bam in your collection. And this is King of Dragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, check out all my other WWE figures, as well as the other Then, Now, and Forever figures. They should be going up roughly the same week, if not soon after each other, so just be on the lookout for these guys in my channel, in stores, and I'll see you guys later. Take care, everyone. My dream.